The host has started broadcasting the webinar on YouTube.
All right. Should be going live on YouTube as well.
Maybe share the slide.
Yeah, can you share the slide from your computer if possible, Vanessa? Just
Yeah, let me try. Give me a sec.
Sure. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining in. We're just waiting for a few more guests to come in, few more participants to come in, and we'll start in about 5 minutes' time. We're just going to wait another couple of minutes for folks to join in, and we can get started shortly. Thank you.
So hi everybody, it's May and welcome back to the Envision webinar. And yeah, we're heading into the summer period here in many parts of the world, but it's really great to have so many of you join us today. Thanks for your patience. KM is taking a well-earned holiday, so today you have Kartik Cannon and myself from Envision joining with also some very special guests, and we have our usual running order. So let me just quickly jump into our next slide, and that let me just try and do that. Here we go. Yep. So let me tell you about the program. I'm going to give you our usual housekeepings. I think many of you who attend our webinars regularly know these in your sleep, but for those who are new today, a little bit about that. We also then have a lovely interview with one of our newest Envisioners, Fernanda from the US. We're hoping that Bob Rowan will join us from our team as well, but unfortunately he seems to be having some technical problems, so he may not be with us, but that's okay because I know Fernanda has lots of great insights for us today as well. And then Kartik is going to go under the hood. We have an update coming onto the glasses any minute, and that's super exciting. And there's lots of development been going on during the spring, and will continue obviously indefinitely with Envision. And then we turn the floor over to you to ask us your questions. So let me explain a little bit about that. As ever, we are recording this event. It is being live streamed on YouTube. And so we will be promoting that afterwards. So if you know people who you think might find it useful, please feel free to share the link or just ask them to check our socials and community because it's all there too. We'll do our best to answer as many of the questions as we can at the end. It gets always right up to the hour, so we will do our very best to do that today, Kartik and I. So please put them forward. So what we'd like to do is, if you're attending by Zoom, there's an opportunity where you can actually speak and ask a question yourself to Kartik or Fernanda or myself or each other. And to do that, if you're going to do that, you need to unmute yourself. And the keystroke to unmute yourself is Alt+A for Windows, and then Command-Shift+A for Mac. Those are the shortcuts. But you can also raise your hand on Zoom. There's the raise hand function, and the shortcut for that is on the Mac, it's Option+Y, and on Windows, it's Alt+Y. And we'll be looking at those raised hands and be asking questions there as well. You can also use the Q&A window. So there's 2 ways to ask your questions. Raise your hand and we'll put you on live, and the Q&A window where we'll ask questions there as well and try and answer those. If you're on YouTube, please use the chat function. I'll be jumping in there in a little while and we can start picking up those questions. But we'll be doing that at the end of the session, okay? So let's get cracking. I'm super excited today because, you know, there is nothing more empowering and more useful, quite frankly, than to hear about how Envision is being used in the wild, how people are actually using assistive technology in their daily lives. Now, it was Global Accessibility Day recently, and to do that, we celebrate that. We shared some stories from our team, including Fernanda, actually. So thanks again for that, about using different assistive technologies in your everyday lives, and also to blow a few myths out of the water about, basically technology and its use by people who are blind and low vision, and also just myths about us anyway, right? So for the sighted folks, it's always useful to share those. So today we're just going to recap that kind of theme a little bit and ask some of those questions. So while we wait for Bob, I'm actually just going to invite Fernanda to unmute herself and join us in the virtual space here. And maybe introduce yourself, Fernanda, because I know you now, but it'd be lovely to hear about you. Thank you.
Show active speaker, hide thumbnail, show thumbnail, show grid, swap share, Fernanda Silva, Vanessa Vigor, Envision support, computer audio muted, video render. You are currently on a video, mute my audio, button, group, Zoom.
I'm unmuted? I think I'm unmuted.
No, you're great. I can hear you loud and clear, my love.
Each muted.
Good. So hello
Thank
everyone,
you.
I am Fernanda Silva. I have been blind since the age of 19. I had a retina detachment after having my right eye removed in 2007 due to an infection that the doctors couldn't cure. I am now a mother of 3 handsome boys, a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old actually today, he's turning 4, and a 1.5-year-old. I am an entrepreneur. I have a startup company in the tech world, helping linguistic barriers. I'm also a financial strategist. I'm able to work from home and care for my kids, so it's amazing. Right now they're at school, but once they come home, we get to have family time and engagement time together, which is amazing. And Envision Glasses has been a game changer in my life, in work and personal life.
Oh wow, it's so impressive always. It's just I think having one career and one child is challenging enough, but you've kind of taken that to a whole new level. So thank you. I'm very, very appreciative of your time, especially with your little one's birthday. So that's a reason for celebration. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Um, Fernanda, you and I've been chatting about this previously. Obviously thrilled that you're at the being able to use Envision glasses in your daily life. But how do you? What's been your journey with assistive technology? Where did it start? I guess we always like to look at sort of then, now, and where it's going. So maybe it would be great just to understand what's your journey been so far.
Of course, my journey started around like 2007 when my vision started deteriorating, and it was the what you call it, the electric, the CCTVs, the portable ones,
Yes.
and also
Uh-huh.
Zoom text on Windows computer. I'm no longer a Windows computer user. I use a Macintosh now. But back in the day, I used to use Zoom text with a computer. And after that, I became totally blind in 2008. So I had to transition, and I didn't know anything about JAWS or anything. And I was looking for something to just get started, tipping my toes in the speech now, speech access. And I remember at the time, a program named Thunder, which I don't know if it still exists, but you would turn on the computer and it would do this loud thunder noise. And the screen reader would start. And I started teaching myself that. I started learning Braille through the Hadley School for the Blind, which is an online service here in the United States. And after that, I went to the Carroll Center for the Blind. And at the time, we didn't have all these accessible phones that we have today. So I remember volunteering there, and I was working there at a time for Brian Charlson in the IT department. And he had me do this project that he had to present. So I had to take a bunch of phones home. One of them was a BlackBerry. One of them was a Windows phone with mobile speak from Sendero Group. And the other one was an Android, and he was going to test out the iPhone. And I was like, oh, come on, I wanted to get the iPhone. But the goal was to, write all the reports, write everything down, and present to the people who were coming to learn more about accessibility. So I
Very cool.
remember that the Android at the time didn't have, TalkBack back in the day. It was so difficult to
Wow.
use. We had to put like tapes on the side of the phone so you would know where to press. Like, oh, if I press around here, I should get this opened. So
Wow.
accessibility, yeah, mobile speak on a Windows phone. I mean, whoever had a Windows phone know that it would freeze. It was just, it was accessible, but it was a hassle to use at the time as well. And then before even getting the iPhone, I actually got an iPod Touch because I was afraid, like, oh, if I got an iPhone, what if it doesn't have all the accessibility it is claiming it does? So I got
Hmm.
the iPod Touch, and then I transitioned to the iPhone. And with all the technology evolving, more and more, I'm a very tech person. So more and more, I'm always looking for more accessibility and how can I use this and how can I use that, and using that on my daily life on things I went to school for massage therapy in 2014.
Oh
So I
wow.
always try to find ways to have, the pictures described. And back then it was very difficult.
I can imagine.
Didn't have the accessibility, we didn't have IRA, we couldn't call an ally, we couldn't we didn't have like a described scene or even like a be my eyes kind of thing to take a
Yeah.
picture
Yeah.
and have that described to you. We didn't have any of that. So just seeing like from, 10 years ago to now, it's a huge difference on how technology is helping us. And it's
Yeah, it's
amazing to
massive.
see how, yeah, how massive and more independence that we're gaining. So back in, I think, 2017, I found out about the OrCam, and I
Hmm.
didn't acquire one then. But in 2020, in pandemic, I was starting a business and I got one then, but it was with its limitation. It has a hard time reading at italics, it's offline. But it was, it was helpful. And then after a little while, I heard about the Envision glasses and I'm like, whoa, 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 this does everything that this one does, but more.
Hmm.
I got my hand on one of these, and but I was like, well, is this really true, or is it too much like, company hype? Because a lot of
Yeah,
companies
I know.
hype up their
Terrible
product,
marketing people, right?
right? Is it just company hyping up this thing like, oh, it does this? I'm like, I don't know about that. So I was very resistant. I won't lie, I
Yeah.
was very resistant for a while. I knew Google Glass. I know how it works. So I was like, okay, I like Google Glass, no wires, because there was a time that, there was like a lot of wires on these devices,
Mm,
like the
yeah.
Ira glasses that they had at the time, that they came out with. You had to have a cable connected at all times. I'm like, I don't want that. I have a baby now, and he's pulling all my wires.
I can imagine. I can
Yeah.
imagine. Yeah. And there still are, a lot of these devices are tethered. I think having it actually stand alone as much as possible is where we're all aiming for. And yeah, it's really interesting. So that's where you are now, right? So you've really gone through this incredible journey.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was one thing to kind of do the things you were doing before more easily and better. Is that the main reason? Or are you developing sort of new skills and finding new things as well? Or is that, not you've got so many careers and so many interests. I wouldn't be surprised if you'd sort of taken up another one since
Well,
since then.
definitely. So I actually was gifted the Envision glasses by my teammates at the financial industry
Oh
that I
wow,
work
that's
with. It
amazing.
was
That's
very
fantastic.
beautiful. So they surprised me at an event that we had here in Boston in
Oh wow.
April. And so I was like, oh my God, it was very emotional. But ever since, it's like that you put it on and it's like, oh my God, where was this my whole life? Because
Mm,
the more it opens, like I said, I had the OrCam, but it has its limitation. It only works mostly offline, and you cannot call someone if you need a help. Like right
yeah.
now, one of my little ones is a little sick, so I have to give him amoxicillin and just have, someone help you measure that syringe.
Yeah.
Sometimes that person's not next to you, but they can, okay, no, that's 5, that's 5 millimeters, and you mark that yourself instead of having to wait to find a sighted person to help you mark that syringe and stuff like that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Reading to my kids at night, they already know. They go, Mommy, go get your glasses. It's story time,
We
for
have a
them.
lovely, yeah, we've had some lovely pictures of you and your children on our
Yeah.
social media, and it's wonderful. And you were telling me you can, get into the images there, right?
Exactly, because before I would just
Super
have the
cool.
text with it would have the device just read the text. Yes, I would have him hands free, but it was only reading the text. And now I can use the describe scene and have that describe because kids' books is all illustrated with pictures and this and that. And I can be
Hmm.
a part of that and have conversations with my kids, which is amazing. Delivering a client policy, like telling the client, like, you need to sign here, just having that flexibility, getting on Zoom and being able to check if I'm centered on a Zoom meeting, just calling someone, like, am I centered? Or even sometimes I try using the describe scene, and asking like, okay, well, look, am I centered? What do you see?
Yeah,
So
that's super
having
cool. Yeah.
yeah, just having those doors open in my life is amazing. Like the other day, it was my little nephew's first birthday, and I at first I called an agent, and he was like describing things to me, and I'm like, okay, but you know what? I I'm like, oh, thank you. I got it from here. I just wanted that, like, okay, let me see what the scribe scene can do.
Oh,
And it was amazing to see how much more details and it was able to provide me. It was a farm theme party, 1-year-old party, and it was able to provide me so much like deep details, and I could keep asking more questions without sometimes even feeling that guilt, like, oh, I'm taking this person's time.
mm,
And
mhm.
that was
This is
amazing.
really, yeah. So human versus machine, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
And even
yeah,
yesterday, as we talked earlier today, my grandma passed away, and yesterday was a
I'm
funeral,
sorry.
and I didn't want to have someone in my ear at that moment. I just wanted
I
to
can
be at that
understand.
moment with myself, but I wanted to have that, less image, that less
Hmm.
description. And I was able to have a conversation with the AI. I was able to take a picture with the described scenery. And I was able to ask questions and basically
Oh,
have that moment of grief and saying goodbye on my own by myself, like a sighted person would. And for a
yeah.
second there, I even felt like, wow, the image was so detailed that you even feel like, wow, am I seeing? Am I hallucinating?
Oh, I can imagine at that very
Yeah,
moment. Yeah.
it got
Oh,
very
that's
it was
beautiful.
very emotional, but very beautiful at the same time. And I am very
Sure.
grateful because these glasses, they provided me with that. And
Yeah, that's truly
my
beautiful. Thanks for
workflow has
sharing that.
improved tremendously with the Envision glasses. I can't even comment on that.
No, wow, that's great. Actually, somebody today, I was in a meeting and they were asking about work efficiencies, and you know, do the glasses or does this just technology and how can it do career progression for people who are blind and low vision? Yeah, probably that's another whole discussion. People are writing papers about that. There's whole conferences about it, right? But I do think the acceleration of work just by AI for everybody is huge, right? We're able to accelerate in our innovation that Envision with it. But even the production side of doing things in marketing or sales or any operational side. So if people who are blind and low vision in the workplace can use that to get through their work quicker or do different kinds of work or have more choice with the kind of careers, I think that is a really exciting future, I think.
It is,
Um,
and even like
yeah.
when we were at the party 2 weeks ago, having the find people feature, to find
Ah,
my husband, it was really amazing. I'm like, where did he go now? And I'm like, okay, let's see. I have his face program. Let me just look around. I gotta find this guy here. And I was able to
no more
find
hiding.
no more hiding from me, no. We were actually practicing at one of the, for one speech that we had to give, and one of our friends, she was speaking and she was kind of looking at the screen, and you kind of have to look at the audience. And I was able to take a picture with the glass. I'm like, listen, your speech is great, but you got to look more at the audience. Like,
Oh, how
how do you know?
funny.
I'm like, my glasses told me. She's like, these darn glasses. They're telling you everything now. I'm like, yep, they're telling me everything.
Yep. No,
And like even,
fantastic.
the find object feature is really nice. You go somewhere and you're able to find a seat or something. It's just amazing to have those features in
Mm,
hand. Picking out outfit for my kids now. I can just even use the describe scene, which is what I use the most. It's like, oh, okay, now they're all gonna wear matching colors today, and I like that sometimes. So I
super cool.
I use it for so many enhancements in my life, and I just feel, I get the first thing I do in the morning, I read my devotional book, so I get my book, I sit on the couch, cup of coffee, and I'm able to get a physical book and read. Yes, I know we have technology, I know we have Audible, but just having that sensation, especially for me who was sighted once, like I can
Mm,
grab a book and I can read, I can hold the book, I can flip a page. It's just an amazing feeling.
beautiful, beautiful. I was asked also this question as well about um, how quickly does it take to get to use the glasses? And my answer is always really depends on the individual and the pace they want to learn. But I'm taking this and making an assumption that you're a very fast learner. But how long has it taken you to get really up to speed with the glasses?
Well, as soon as I found out that I was being gifted the glasses, they kind of told me, like, I think a week before. I went on the Envision website. I started on the YouTube channel, started listening to everything, and that onboarding video that you have, that's I think it's like 34 minutes long, but he goes from like A to Z, everything step by step. And I think I listened to that video like 4 or 5 times before I had the
Enrico,
glasses in
yeah,
hand. And I was
it
like,
needs an
I was
update actually on my to-do list. Wow,
I
that's
was able to
fantastic.
grab
Yeah.
the glasses and just turn it on. Like, okay, I just got to do this, and that. And then it was just playing with each feature. Oh, the glasses telling me, like, when in the beginning, when taking a picture, like move your head up or move the document down. But now I'm getting so pro at it. It's like, okay, I just got to
Yeah,
do, this and
muscle
do it.
memory, right?
Yeah, muscle
Yeah.
memory, exactly. So it's getting easier and easier the more and more I use the glasses. So it all depends on how much the person's going to use the glasses on a daily
Hmm.
basis as well. I think
Yeah.
that and like you said, it all depends on the person. But I think the more you use it, it's the more the more professional you get at it, the more you use it,
Yeah.
the easier it becomes to use its feature and to remember, oh yeah, I have this feature as well. Let me try this out. Let me try that out. And it's just,
No.
it's
But
amazing.
ease of use is a trajectory that we have, right? So the way it's seen is that as we innovate, especially with AI and introducing assistance, right, it's going to
Mhm.
get easier and easier and more, what is it, conversational, more personal, those kind of things. I'm not leading you down a path here from the next question, but I sort of am. But it's amazing what we can do today. We can almost see around the corner where you could get real time information. But where do you want to be? Like, how do you want this to be in? Let's just be realistic with AI. Let's say even in a year's time, how would you like if Vision and all these other great companies out there? Where would you like us to be with our products?
I think it is amazing the way it is right now. I honestly,
Yeah,
it's like from what had in the past, this is outrageously amazing. Going out to a store, being able to take a picture of an outfit, take a picture of the price tag, and just ask, what's the price on this? I don't want to know anything else. It's amazing. But honestly, where I want it to be, where I see it going towards, and I want it to go towards that, it has more like on demand, like kind of like a video feed going on. And you see that video and it's describing to you in real life
You
what's
are in the
going
webinar
on. Like,
hosted by Envision Support with 4 panelists. Your audio is unmuted. Your video is off. The webinar.
hey
walking in.
Bob.
Hi,
Yeah, carry
Bob.
on. Sorry to finish your train of thought.
Of
That's
course, of course. So my goal, my wish is maybe in a year's time, have like basically something very automatic, like kind of like a video going on. Like you just open your glasses up and it's starts seeing and it starts describing in real time what's going on. And you
yeah,
can ask question and starts providing you those answers right away. And I think it's leading towards that, especially with Gemini and OpenAI. I saw their introduction a few weeks ago of what they're
amazing. Yeah,
coming out with, and that was amazing. And I know that the amazing founders here at Envision will incorporate that somehow here for us. And it's just going to be a game changer because it is already the way it is. It's amazing. But I know that with the AI, we can go even further and provide even more real time and faster time of answer for the visually impaired, which will enhance things even more for us.
oh, absolutely. Thank you. That's
Thank you.
amazing. And yeah, I can't even. It's hard to say make these predictions now. Look where we were a year ago, even. So it's.
Exactly.
But thank you, Fernanda. I'm going to let you have a quick break here. And Bob has joined us. Hi, Bob. How are you?
I'm doing fine now that Zoom has cooperated.
Oh, well, thank you for your patience, sir. So Bob is one of our sales managers at Envision, and some of you on the call probably know Bob. But Bob, we're not going to take too long before we go to the section about going under the hood and talking about the new update with Kartik, but I'd love it if you could just do a quick introduction of yourself for the folks here on the webinar, but also maybe a brief recap on where you were with your technology even 5 years ago to today. And I know you've got an insider view of things with Envision, so we have to kind of resist talking about that too much, but where you see the AT industry going in the next year to 2 years or something like that. Big question, but go. The floor is yours, sir.
Very good. Well, thank you very much. This is Bob Rame. I'm with Envision. And just to let everyone know, I've lost my vision many years ago through trauma. And I've had the dynamic odyssey to experience a lot of assistive technology. First, I was using magnification. And then when my vision became worse, I had to switch over to devices that had speech and would talk to me. So it's all about, for me, getting information as quickly as I used to when I was sighted. And the technology that has been developed has basically been there so that people with vision impairment can get information adequately. But what's always been the case, I've been very impatient and trying to use the older technologies, it would just take more time and more effort to be able to get that information. And just 5 years ago, when wearables started coming out, they were pretty clunky. You had to, it would do just a few things for you, but having wearables did free my hands up and allow me to become a little bit more adept at the tasks at hand. And with AI coming into play, I'm getting information now faster and faster. In fact, I could probably have a race with a sighted person in getting information that I'm looking for, whether it be in a document or product packaging from my freezer, to be able to know how to heat it up, to seeing addresses on houses. So being able to get that information really fast is really great. And what I'd like to see in the future is, again, combining more and more tools into a single device, so that I have to carry a backpack of different pieces of equipment with me to be able to do what a sighted person can do. So, and again, I've really enjoyed the evolution of the Envision smart glasses, because they are combining a lot of these things that I used to have to carry separate devices for, and it's wearable and very comfortable.
Super. Oh, Bob, very, very succinct. Thank you. I love the idea about the ultimate device, but what is that, right? So I, again, today was talking to somebody and we were talking about haptics and audio information, or, you know, and sound directions and things. And I think ultimately it would be nice, I think, to have a device where you have more of a choice on how you want to receive your information, right? And you know, some people prefer to have that haptic sensation and use, but certainly when it comes to navigation. And while we don't say that the glasses are a navigation tool yet, the speed of innovation is hopefully taking us in a direction where we can get real-time information on what's around us to help with that, at least, if it's not already. But Bob, thank you. And Fernanda, thank you. Please stay on. We'll have Q&As coming up, and there may well be a couple of questions from our guests, or even from me, for you both. But I am going to, just doing a quick time check now. We're 34 minutes past the hour, so that's perfect. I'm going to hand over to Kartik Kannan to go under the hood for us. Kartik, do you want me to put the slides back on, or are you okay talking to this?
We can put the slides back on if possible, but I'm just going to go ahead and start talking about it. So, what do we have in store for the next few weeks at Envision? The first thing, talking about the Envision app, we've been hard at work on a few speed improvements to the scan text functionality on the app itself. And in the coming weeks, we're going to be rolling out an update that will allow users to scan documents on the Envision app or process documents in the Envision app a lot faster. I'm talking about at least 2x faster than what you're able to do right now. We're also going to be introducing some changes to the Ask Envision feature on the Envision app as well, which should make it faster. And hopefully later this year, we will be introducing the ability to also understand tables and images over to the Envision app, just like how just like how we have been speaking about for the past few weeks. On the Envision glasses, we have some massive updates coming on the Envision glasses. I'm actually very excited for the Envision glasses as a whole for the next 3 months. And I'm going to go ahead and start talking about the first big update that we have in mind, which is speed improvements to describe scene. I think Fernanda was talking about how much describe scene was a huge game changer for her in so many instances. And we figured out a way to make describe scene almost 10 times faster on the Envision glasses going forward, right? So you can actually go ahead and take a picture and then start getting a response from the glasses almost immediately. Without having to wait, for a few seconds, right? We're talking about less than a second from the time the picture is taken to you starting to get a response on the glasses. So this is the speed at which you'll be able to get description. So which means you don't have to, you can just go out and just keep taking pictures on the Envision glasses, and get descriptions in almost real time. It's like you could just walk through a place and just, keep taking pictures and get descriptions as you walk through. So these are all improvements and changes that we're bringing to the Envision glasses. And we're going to be making that available as an update for people who are using the glasses currently. And I'm super excited for you to try it out. It comes after a lot of effort from the Envision team, and we're going to go ahead and have that on the glasses. Another big update that is going to be coming on the Envision glasses very soon is also being able to read tables and images and charts as well, just like how you've been able to do that with scan text. But I'm going to be talking about that in the next month's webinar, hopefully. So for now, this update is going to be rolling out probably in the next couple of weeks, and everyone should be able to access these updates, and you can try them out and let us know what you think. And yeah, like, do share your feedback on how all this goes.
Super cool.
Cool.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Oh, great. Okay.
Um,
So I'm start my video again. Let's we can start to
Answer
answer
questions.
some questions. Yes.
Yes.
So we're monitoring YouTube.
Yeah.
And we had a question come in here from Erin, actually. Hi, Erin, how are you? It's good you're back with us on the webinar. There was actually a question here about the scan text being faster on the glasses, or to improve the accuracy of scan text offline.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned that earlier, but maybe that would be a good one for Ellen.
Sure.
Ellen.
Yeah. So to just quickly answer Ellen's question, yes, scan text is going to be faster on the Envision glasses. We already have an update on the glasses that should make scan text faster than before. We're currently testing it out, and we're going to be rolling it out to more people. And the users who have it have been reporting faster, scan text. Improving the accuracy of offline scan text is a work in progress. We are constantly making sure that when we do get access to better AI, and when we can put them onto the glasses, we are doing that to make it work completely offline. And of course, we have big improvements coming to scan text in the next month or so, and all these improvements are going to be available for you to go ahead and try them out as soon as they come. And I do have a question here from Jim. So Jim says about 8 months ago on one of those webinars, he asked about how long it's going to go ahead and take for us to get real-time description of objects as we walk around. And at that time, I remember telling him 6 to 8 months. And I think we're going to be having that a lot sooner, actually. So like I said, this month we're rolling out the ability for you to go get descriptions almost 10 times faster than before. And the logical next step is going to be what Fernanda was talking about, just being able to wear these glasses and then walk through a space and almost have like a sighted interpreter of sorts, interpreting the environment for you as you go along. We have some very early versions of that working already. And hopefully in the next few months, we'll be able to roll that out to people on the glasses as an update. But for now, you can have something as, something close to it by just being able to take a picture and get a description in less than a second, right? So this is something that's coming out in the glasses in the next couple of weeks. So
Yeah,
yes.
really interesting. We're getting lots of questions about new form factor as well. Beth and Erin also asked that one as well about. There's always rumors, right? Always rumors.
Yeah,
But I'm
yeah,
wondering on
always.
some of these new form factors. Any updates for us on that, Kartik?
Nothing really, to be honest. We're still in the early days of smart glasses, to be honest. There have been a lot of, I know there's been, chatter from Meta on the Ray-Ban glasses. There's been the Apple Vision Pro. But if you really think about it, smart glasses, like the Envision glasses are not exactly, available in the market right now. So you have on one hand the Meta glasses, which can do some things like being able to take a picture and get a description and ask follow-up questions and so on. But that's where it stops, right? You don't have other features like being able to, recognize currency or scan documents, and they're still prone to a lot of hallucinations, especially when it comes to reading text. And on the other hand, you've got, devices like the Apple Vision Pro, which are really bulky at the moment, which is not something that you can wear for everyday use, especially if they have like a battery life of less than 2 hours, right? So there are two sides of the spectrum right now, and Envision is somewhere in the middle where, the glasses are extremely portable, but they're also powerful enough for us to be able to do things like scan, documents offline or recognize faces offline or recognize objects in real time. So for now, from where we see things, we've been in touch with Meta. We are working very closely with Apple, Meta, Google, all the glasses that people are seeing online today. We're aware of them. We are working with these companies, and hopefully we'll have something to announce later this year. But for now, the Envision glasses are the primary hardware and will continue to be the primary hardware. We will continue to support the current Envision hardware, well into the future. So that's hopefully answers questions around this.
Got a lot of raised
So
hands.
yeah, a lot of raised hands. Let's actually bring on Mickey Quenzer. Hey Mickey, if you could unmute.
That would be Alt A. I'm sorry. Yes, Alt A.
Oh, there you are, Mickey. Hi.
Yeah, hi. Sorry about that. I was using the
Don't
iPhone.
worry.
Anyway,
No worries.
yeah, well, first of all, I wanted to let you guys know, I'm actually a beta tester of the application. So I'm really impressed with what you guys have
Fantastic.
been doing just recently. My question is, have you ever thought about, I know right now there's not going to be constant video, but what if you had a take a picture every 5 seconds button so that you don't, because one of the problems that you have if you're trying to take multiple pictures or pictures quickly is sometimes the focus is not where you want it to be. And so getting the focus of the display where it needs to be in order to take another picture is kind of awkward. And so I'm wondering if you could have some kind of a take picture every so many seconds, which you would actually set up in other words, it would not wouldn't have a constant number. You could decide, oh gosh, that's not working very well, I better slow it down, or that's working too slow, let me speed it up. So I've not seen that on any of the other beta programs that I'm working with, and I think that would be a really good feature to have. And also, I'm in Kentucky, and I'm really having a hard time finding somebody that can do a demonstration for me of the Envision glasses. So I'd like to work on that later on. So thank you very much for how much work you guys are doing with this program.
Thank you so much. So just to answer your question, Mickey, we have explored, like a real-time video-based, description tool as an extension to what we have with Describe Scene. And we're still in the very early days of having that done because, we need to think about the battery life, which could go down quite dramatically if you're taking a picture every 5 seconds and always having your camera on. There are a lot of performance, constraints that will come with such a feature. So we're working around that, and we're trying to ensure that, in the process of doing this, we don't really overheat the glasses. We don't, take your battery life from 100 to a zero in a
Yeah,
matter of yeah, that
that
would be a little bit more annoying than than having to take a picture all the time. So we kind of are experimenting with this right now. And in
is
the future,
okay.
yeah.
Have you seen what I was describing about the being able to the, find the take picture button and not getting lost trying to find it, and before, so you can't really take a picture when you want to?
Hmm,
Is
hmm.
that something I
Yeah.
need to document more, or have you seen that?
If you could actually reach out to support regarding that, I think we'll be more than happy to help you understand how better to take pictures with the glasses. And we can help you with that. Shouldn't be a problem. And just to elaborate on this, you could go ahead, so basically what we do offer is, we offer the option to take a picture again once you have already gotten a description. It basically happens when you double tap the same place where you usually use the trackpad, right? So if you go on the trackpad and you double tap, you should be able to take another picture on the glasses themselves. Yeah.
Okay, so you go into the trackpad and then it's more accessible there.
Yeah, you could definitely write to us at support, and we'll be happy to help you figure this out over a quick call.
Okay, and I'm actually right now talking about the application, not the glasses.
Okay.
I'm talking about just using the application and taking pictures quicker than sometimes I find that the
Hmm.
iPhone isn't in the same place as it used to be in terms of the focus.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Maybe
Hmm.
you get a notification and that changes the focus, or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 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 No, we currently don't have a very quick shortcut to take follow-up images. Of course, you have to go back, to the previous menu from describe scene and take a picture again. But we definitely will work on adding something like that in the near future.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And with regards to Kentucky, Bob, do you know who was the right person to contact in Kentucky?
Yes, if Mickey was to email me at bob@letsenvision.com, I can arrange so we can have a face-to-face demonstration of the glasses.
Sure.
Okay, and that's less INVISION.
That's Let'sLetsenvision.com.
Okay, thank you.
Let's
I'll try
Envision.
to.
Okay. Email
Right.
me and
Okay.
I will have our local partner arrange a time to meet with you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right.
So I was
I think,
typing away there. My microphone was off. I've been trying to answer a few questions that we've had in the chat. So I think we're
sure.
sort of good there. So I think raise
I'm just
hand
going to bring
question
on,
again.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to bring in Christy Braley. Christy.
Hi, thanks for taking my call. I've been looking at the Envision glasses for a while now, but I just want to know, does it actually do currency, and does it do scanning of the items like soup, the box, the craft dinner, anything with a barcode?
Sure. So first thing, yes, Envision is able to recognize currency. It's able to recognize over 100 different types of currencies direct offline on the glasses in real time. So you should be able to just fold up a note to the glasses and it can recognize what the denomination is for you. Works for both old and new notes in whatever currency you're looking at. Secondly, to answer your question, we don't currently support barcode scanning on the Envision glasses. However, you could use either the instant text feature on the Envision glasses or the describe scene feature on the Envision glasses to quickly snap a picture of whatever product you're holding in your hand and have the glasses tell you what it is. So that's another way that people usually work around this problem.
Okay, and I got one more question. I saw a couple months ago, maybe a month ago, I was on your website, and there was you can apply for a yearly subscription. Is that available in Canada or just the US and other countries?
So correct me if I'm wrong, Vanessa, the subscription model is currently only available in the US. It's not available in
Okay.
other countries. Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Thank you so much, Christy. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Hector. Hey, Hector, can you hear me okay?
Hello?
Hello, hi.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Hector. Could you
Oh,
hear me? Can I ask you a question?
yeah,
Hi.
okay. Hello?
Hello. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry about that. I just want to say, I really appreciate what Envision is doing, and I really thank you all for the hard work.
Thank you. Thank you,
Um,
Hector.
it's like everything just works to perfection, and because I guess I use the Envision app, and everything just works on it.
Thank you. Do you have any
But
particular questions
I do have a
for the
question. I do
Envision
have a
team?
question though. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, please go ahead.
I do have a question though. The Envision Assist, the beta testing for the Envision Assistant. Do you have any idea when that's gonna be available for Android?
Sure. So we do have a version of the Envision Assistant available on Android. It's still going to be a closed beta, and we're going to be reaching out to people very soon who have signed up for the Envision Assistant and mentioned that they're using Android. We're going to be reaching out to them soon, and we're going to be rolling out the Android app for people to test as well.
Okay,
Yeah,
great,
you can expect
great,
that sometime next week.
awesome. Because I'm really looking forward to that. I really am.
Yeah, no, we're looking forward to having you test this out as well.
Yeah,
I
I just
had
want to
that
say thank
question
you.
for you as well. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Hector.
Oh,
Sorry.
good. I just want to say
No,
thank you
no,
for the hard
no. Go ahead.
work. I just want to say thank you for your hard work.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Hector. Have a great day.
You too.
Yes, Vanessa.
Yeah, no, I was
Oh,
going to say I was asked that very question today as well. So about the Android, we have a very, very enthusiastic beta testing community out there. So good to hear that that's coming soon.
yeah.
Also, I had a question in the chat about payment plans. So we'll be following up with the individual on that. We do have some distributors who offer those payment plans. So if you're interested in that, certainly in the US and the UK, as far as I know, maybe other territories, please drop an email to support@letsenvision.com. Or any one of us here, we'll come back to you on that.
Sure. We do have a question from YouTube. Someone's asked, hi, can you tell me how you set up the glasses when in areas without Wi-Fi or that have Wi-Fi I can't access? Thanks. So just to, refresh people's memory about the glasses themselves, right? A lot of the features that we talk about here on the Envision glasses can work completely offline. For example, if you want to read text, you could use instant text, which works completely offline. Scan text also works completely offline for a lot of languages, and so does finding objects, explore mode, currency recognition, light detection, and a whole bunch of other features on the glasses can work completely offline without having to use any Wi-Fi. However, there are features like being able to call an ally or describe scene that do require a Wi-Fi connection. So, and even if you're trying to use scan text and get a slightly better accuracy, you can use, you need to have access to Wi-Fi. Having said that, also with the glasses, you can use them with your hotspot. So if you are in an area that doesn't have Wi-Fi, or if you can't access the Wi-Fi for any reason, you can always connect the glasses to the hotspot on your phone. And just to add a side note here for the folks in the US who do use, you might have to purchase a separate hotspot plan if you're looking to connect the Envision glasses to the hotspot. So that's what I would say if you're in an area that doesn't have any Wi-Fi connection or stuff like that. That answers. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Tommy Gonzalez. Hi, Tommy. Could you hear me? You can unmute yourself and ask a question.
Order. Audio now unmuted. Zoom webinar.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Hello. Thank you so much. One challenge I have with my glasses right now is the volume. In a quiet place, I can hear them fine, but when I'm in the outdoor environment, if I'm in a restaurant, it's very low, even at 100%. Is there any way to increase the volume I'm not aware of?
Yeah, so if you're at 100% volume on the glasses already, I would, there are no other ways on the glasses to really bump up the volume. You can connect the glasses over to headphones, like the AirPods or any other Bluetooth device, Bluetooth headphones. That's probably another way that people use it when they're outside and want to like really bump up the volume. But if you're 100% volume on the Envision glasses, and if you're sure of that, you can definitely go ahead. You need to use maybe headphones to make it work. But I would suggest just quickly reaching out to our support team and then just checking in with them over a quick call to see if there's any other way for you, if you're actually up to 100% on the glasses, and if there's anything else that could be going wrong.
Yeah, that's what I have a feeling for, because I recently tried Ira, and when I'm on a call, the volume is very amplified. I can hear it really well. It's just the other ones that come in lower. So I thought, what am I missing?
Okay. Do reach out to us on support. We'll definitely take a look at it and see if there's anything that we could do to help you with on the classes.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm just going to go ahead and bring in Cartessa Cruz. Hi, Cartessa. How are you doing? Could you just go ahead and mute yourself and ask a question?
Audio now unmuted alert.
Okay. Hey, does this app support, does Envision glasses support Be My Eyes? I know they support Ira.
Yeah. So we are working with the Be My Eyes team to bring in support for it on the glasses. So the ball is in their court at the moment. So if you want, you can also reach out to them and check in with them on this. But yeah, we're working with them. We don't have a specific date yet on when it will be out, but it will be out very soon. Yeah. For now, we have it.
What about
I'm sorry?
children? Do y'all have Envision and eyeglasses for children, or is this just for adults, or what?
So it depends on how young the child is. And usually, what
Looks
we've
like
seen
you are
is
done talking, so we'll
the
lower
glasses.
your hand.
Okay.
So yeah, we do have glasses. I would say anyone
And
who's
now
like
lower
16 and
alert.
above should be able to use the glasses. But we don't have any specific version for like children who are younger.
Speech mode off.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Cool. I hate to be the
Yeah.
the bringer, but we're at the top of the hour, Kartik. So time flies. But maybe we
Did
have
you feed the
time
dog
for
yet,
one more.
Bobby?
Yeah. Sure. I can go ahead and bring on one more person. Or I can take one of the questions that we have from YouTube as well. Someone just asked me what's the best way to go ahead and try on the Envision glasses. So we keep talking about it all the time, but if you want to try out the Envision glasses, you can go ahead and sign up for a demo, a free demo at the Let's Envision website. So if you go to letsenvision.com/glasses, that is letsenvision.com/glasses. You can go ahead and get a free demo of the Envision glasses online. You can try them out, and if you want to try them out in person, we can also put you in touch with a local distributor. So go ahead and sign up for a demo, and we can help you with that. So this was Sharon who was asking this from the UK. So yeah, definitely reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to show you a demo and connect you with a local distributor.
Is that a question from the UK, Kartik?
Yeah.
Okay, because we're also going to the Sight Village events, and our distributor is Sight and Sound. So if you have any relationships there, we can also pass this contact on to them. But yeah, it's nice to get a demo yourself, and then we can put them in touch. And hopefully you can get your hands on them. And we are planning some other activities in the UK, so hopefully we can get you to actually wear these soon.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much once again, everyone, for joining us. Thank you so much, Fernanda, for staying on the call and for sharing your experiences. And I'm super happy to see you use the glasses so well, and hopefully we'll be able to bring some more delightful memories in the future.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of, one day left in the month, but I hope to see you again this time next month. Take care. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Speech on mute.